News is that the fight between Tszyu and Takeshi Inoue will take place back here in Sydney, in Tim's hometown. So this facility over here, which has been doing the very important work of being a vaccination hub, will very shortly be open to 75% capacity, meaning as many as 10,000 tickets can be sold to the venue, and the fight will take place between Tszyu and Inoue on November the 17th, the Wednesday night, so the same date that we were meant to be going ahead on the Gold Coast, but now it'll take place here in Sydney. Of course, you can see the action live on Main Event Television, and you can order that event shortly via mainevent.com.au. Ben Damon's my name. Cannot wait to call the action for a massive fight, and this is a huge fight between a man who is the mandatory world title challenger in Tszyu and Takeshi Inoue from Japan, who arrives the week after next. He's number 7 in the world, a former world title challenger, so it's a really important fight. A very risky fight for Tszyu, given that he is the mandatory world title challenger to Brian Castano, and hopefully we get that world title fight maybe back here in Australia next year, but in between he's got a very tough fight against a very tough Japanese opponent. This event is being put together by No Limit Boxing Promotions, and George Rose has joined us here today from No Limit, and I'll let him say a few words about the process of bringing this fight back from the Gold Coast here to Sydney, and a ticket offer that they have up as well.
Yeah, look, thanks, Ben. Look, after the last few months spent in Queensland preparing for what would have been a great fight up there at the Gold Coast Convention Centre, we've excited to announce that we are coming here to Qudos Bank Arena here in Sydney. And I think after 16 weeks of lockdown, this is the pressure valve that Sydney's needed. Tszyu's coming home to fight, and he's got a very tough opponent in Takeshi Inoue. We're really stoked to be here at Qudos Bank Arena. Every big event that happens in Sydney happens here at Qudos. Every great concert, whether it's comedians, performers, musicians, everyone who comes here likes to come to the Qudos Bank Arena. We've been on off Qudos Bank Arena for quite some time, and for us it's really exciting to bring Tszyu here. Tszyu is Australia's #1 fighter, and to have him here in front of up to 10,000 fans who have been craving live sporting action. I can't sympathise with Sydney fans enough, missing out on all the rugby league, all the rugby union, all the big live sporting matches. Now you get the opportunity to see Tszyu here live at Qudos. And one of the really important things that I'd like to announce today is that we're going to offer 1,000 free tickets to some of our frontline health workers who have been working in vaccination hubs like here at Qudos for the past period, helping us get forward and get to this position where we're at now, where we're able to be outdoors and enjoy live sporting events again. So for us, it's really important that we can provide these 1,000 free tickets to those frontline health workers, because we really respect the work they've done, and we'd love them to be able to enjoy what's going to be a great night of fights.
George, just wanted to ask you as well, I know it wouldn't have been an easy decision to make to come back here to Sydney, given how successful sales had been for the event on the Gold Coast. How deep did you go into negotiations to try and keep it there?
Very deep. We spent a lot of time working on what we could do to make it work up there. Gold Coast was absolutely beautiful. I was actually up there during the period, and you know, it's a great city. The people in the Gold Coast were very supportive. I can't stress enough how great the Mayor, Tom Tate, and his team and Major Events Gold Coast had been in helping us to try and get the event across the line. And unfortunately, it got to the point that it did, and we're very grateful that New South Wales Health and Qudos Bank Arena were available to help make this event go ahead. And for us, it's about making sure that we've got a great live experience, and the well-being of our fighters as well. And one thing that we never take any shortcuts when it comes to putting on great events here at No Limit. And for us, we want to make sure that this is another fantastic, memorable night. And I think this will be one of the most memorable sporting events for Sydney for 2021.
And George, a lot of people will be tuning in on Main Event, particularly those in Queensland, but for those who can get to the venue on November the 17th, winner tickets going on sale, and 75% capacity, there's plenty to go around.
Definitely, there's plenty of tickets available, so anybody in Sydney, anybody locally who wants to come to the fight, make sure you register via nolimitboxing.com.au for our pre-sale. So the pre-sale will be available from next Thursday, and then tickets will go live for the general public from Friday. So anybody who wants to get in early and get your tickets, register now on nolimitboxing.com.au so you can be available for that pre-sale next Thursday, and then the following day, general tickets available.
Thank you very much, George Rose. Now to the mandatory world title challenger and the world number 1 at the super welterweight division, Tszyu. Tim, exciting that you're going to be able to fight in front of all your friends and family, and you don't have to worry about the processes and disruptions of quarantine for this fight now.
Yeah, 100%. When I found out the news, I was super excited, especially that it's in Qudos Bank Arena. I've watched concerts here, I've watched comedians, I've watched sporting matches, I've watched all the best things, and to be fighting here and to be headlining my own show, it's a privilege. I'm super excited to be doing it here in Sydney as well.
You must have got a good response from your family and your friends and fans here in Sydney.
Look, everyone here in Sydney has been struggling for the last 3 months. We haven't been able to leave our house for 5 kilometres. So the Sydney fans do deserve something like this. We've missed out on so much, our social lives, sporting events, all of this. So, Christmas is around the corner, summer's around the corner, and a big sporting event and a big boxing match here November 17.
And a great announcement today that those frontline health workers have been so very important for all of us are going to be able to get some free tickets to this event. You must be proud that that's taking place.
Yeah, 100%. They risk their life again. These are the guys that made it all possible happen. And this is the reason why we're out of lockdown and it's freedom, as they said, Freedom Day.
Takeshi Inoue is your opponent from Japan, a former world title challenger, the world number 7. What should people expect if they can get here to the venue on November the 17th, or if they're watching on Main Event?
Yeah, look, Takeshi's he's going to be a tough opponent, but I'm predicting that I'm gonna get rid of this bloke in under 6 rounds. I've been training super hard, and I'm not taking no mercy. This is make it or break it, kill or be killed, and I'm taking it all for all the Sydney fans.
How are you feeling about that risk that you are taking in this fight, given you are the mandatory world title challenger? This is a fight you don't need to be taking. How do you feel about that at the moment?
Oh, look, no risk, no reward. I get to fight in front of my fans, and I get to fight in front of everyone here in Australia. Again, this could be my last fight. Who knows? Could be my last fight here in Australia. We've got such big aspirations and big goals that it could take us overseas in the next fight, and I've been pushing for that because I want to be up there at the top level. But yeah, again, it could be my last few fights here in Australia. So I'm just looking forward to taking this Japanese bloke out and taking the world title next.
Well, Tim, finally, why should people get here to Qudos Bank Arena on November the 17th or watch on Main Event?
Look, everyone loves knockouts, everyone loves stoppages, everyone likes brutal and one-on-one fighting, and that's what I bring. And I'm not going to tip tap, I'm not going to touch, jab around. I'm going to go in for the kill, and yeah, I'm going to put on one performance that people are going to be talking about for a long time.
Well, thank you very much to Tszyu and to George Rose. I'm Ben Damon. Thank you so much for coming along here today.